I am Dr. Tiny Nair. I head the Department of Cardiology at PRS Hospital, Trivandrum. If we look into the health scenario in Kerala, we are always unique. We are always on top. For example, if we look into infant mortality rate in Kerala, it is in single digit. Right? If we look into parameters like life expectancy at birth or literacy, we are on top. For example, if you take a girl being born today in Kerala, that girl has a estimated lifespan today, what we call as life expectancy at birth, of 80 years plus. Can you imagine that? We are about 10 years ahead of the number in India. So a girl today born in Kerala has a estimated life expectancy of 80 years plus. Now, this so-called longer life has also created problems for us, problems involving aging. And one of those is a disease called aortic valve disease. Aortic valve disease, aortic valve is a valve that carries blood from the heart to outside the body. So every time our heart beats, the valve closes and opens. And this valve, for very many reasons, can get into problems. It can be a by-birth defect. It could be infections. And sometimes, even without an infection or birth defect, it can be just a wear and tear of the valve that is working from morning till night continuously. And when that happens, the valve tends to get damaged. It could be thickened, narrowed. A lot of calcium can get deposited in the valve, and the valve may not open fully. In medical terms, we call it aortic valve stenosis. The valve can also leak. So this kind of valve disease, many people would not have heard about it. People talk about blocks, people talk about heart attacks, but these are common as we grow older. For example, it is estimated that 5% of people above the age of 65 years have aortic valve disease. Now, when a person gets an aortic valve disease, it is silent. If I have an aortic valve disease, I may not know it. But sometimes people start feeling problems. For example, breathing trouble on effort. Patient would come and say, "Doctor, I can't walk much. I need to stop." Or even people can get gross breathlessness or even feeling of a fainting or dizziness. So someone elderly who faints and tends to fall down, it might be an aortic valve disease. The point is, once a person starts getting symptoms, giddiness, breathlessness, unable to walk, the problems quickly worsen and they tend to have a bad outcome. Okay, so you are asking, so let's say someone, my grandfather, somebody in the family has a severe aortic valve disease. What is the solution? Unfortunately, there is no medicine for it. If you have an aortic valve disease, the cure is surgical. And by surgical, we mean it's an open heart surgical procedure. You need to go for a major cardiac surgery, open the chest, stop the heart, and replace the valve. The valve is cut out and replaced by an artificial valve, and that works well. But imagine a person undergoing a major cardiac surgery who is elder, right? This is a disease of the elder. And such a patient, not just that, the gentleman would say, "What, are you crazy? You want me to undergo a major cardiac surgery?" Even the doctors, as doctors, we would feel that this elderly person can have asthma, liver disease, lung problem, very many problems. Will he go through a major cardiac surgery? Now, fortunately today, we have a new technology that has come, and that is called TAVI, or transcatheter aortic valve implantation, which means just like an angiogram, a valve, an aortic valve, is crimped, which means it is collapsed on top of a thin long tube called a catheter and inserted not through any incision, but through an injection in the leg. So it's just like going through an angiogram. The valve is threaded up, put into the place of the old valve, and it is inflated. And in about 2 hours of procedural time, without any surgery, without any incision, without any blood loss, you get a new valve put into the location. Now, very recently, we were fortunate to have a patient who had suffered from severe aortic valve disease. This procedure was done. It was done by the head of our interventional cardiology, Dr. Santosh, with the help of our entire team of our cardiologists, Dr. Krishna Kumar, Dr. Prakash. All of us were involved. The surgical team, Dr. Azim and his team were there to stand by for any eventuality. Fortunately, the procedure went off well and the patient has gone home. The whole idea is to percolate this knowledge that today, for our elders who suffer from severe aortic valve disease, we have a new technique available that is non-invasive, non-surgical, hardly painful, not painful at all, and it entails about total of 3 days of hospital stay. Thank you.